everybody. Today is August 12th, 2021. It is now 5:02. Welcome to our Calexico Unified Board meeting, Board of Trustees. Item A1, opening items. A1, call to order. Janet?
This evening, we have Trustee Romero, Trustee Magallanes, Trustee Alvarado, Trustee Lorenzo Calderon Jr., and Trustee Ciro Calderon present. You have a full quorum.
Thank you, Janet. A2, Pledge of Allegiance. Everybody, please stand. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And before we continue with with the rest of our meeting, I would like at this point for this people in this room to hold a moment of silence for one of our students that unfortunately passed away last week, Alexa Juarez. So would you share this moment of silence, please? Thank you. Mr. Gonzalez informed me last week about the passing of one of our students, and I informed Mr. Gonzalez. Well, Mr. Gonzalez informed me that he had talked to the family, and the family was willing to share that information with us. I know it's a very difficult situation for our family because we are a family. So please, if you are bound to, and if the family wants to reach out, please, if you feel that they need more help than before, they can reach out. You can reach us at the district office, and we can be of service. Thank you. Mr. Gonzalez, anything on that note?
Just that any time something like this happens, as always, it's very heartbreaking and very devastating. Our full support, our thoughts and prayers are with the family at this point, and many blessings to them. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. And again, our condolences to the family and of Alexa. Item B, public comments, closed session items only. Janet?
We do have a number of comments that were submitted online, and the first one wanted for the comment to be read. It's by Ernesto Hernandez. Hello, my name is Ernesto Hernandez, and I would like to express my disappointment with the school district and its board members on their treatment of its teachers. Our teachers deserve salaries that are comparable with other school districts. Their sacrifices and commitment to our community should not be worth less than those of teachers anywhere else. More importantly, our district owes our children the opportunity to hire and recruit the best teachers we can find. Every year, we lose great teachers to other districts that are actually willing to show their teachers how much they value them. Our children deserve the best. Why don't your actions show that you agree? Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Janet. And I'm sorry, we seem to have some sort of issue with we had an issue with our sound system, but it's been fixed. Thank you. Thank you, Janet. Number 2.
So, Eddie, do we have them on Zoom?
Yes, we do. We have I will present first Mr. Carlos Montaño. Let me promote Mr. Montaño. And Mr. Montaño, feel free to unmute yourself and turn on your camera if you wish to. Thank you.
Thank you. Will I be able to share my screen again? I asked for permission to share my screen. Is that available?
I apologize at this time. You can make your comment and you can provide the documents at a later time. Thank you, Mr. Montaño.
Okay, so we won't be able to share our screens. Okay, thank you. That takes a good part of my presentation, but okay, that's fine. It's a lot easier to understand the numbers that I'm going to speak about if I can share my screen, but we'll do what we can. So first of all, let me talk about, many of you might know already, I'm the lead negotiator for ACT. I'm a teacher at Enrique Camarena Junior High School. Been teaching in Calexico for 28 years, starting my 29th next week. And I wanted to talk a little bit about first what the district is proposing, the district team is proposing, wanting to work on a 6-year proposal, which goes against, collective bargaining and ERA and the ROTA Act. We do not feel comfortable doing that. We do not think it's fair to our members. We also do not feel that it's the right thing to do at this time. Number one, we have not sunshined. Out of those 6 years, we have not sunshined 2 of those years. So there's no way we can bargain and negotiate those 2 years when we haven't sunshined it. Okay? And I believe the district hasn't either, the district team, at least not that we're aware of. So that's the main reason, or one of the reasons, I'm sorry. So those first 3 years that we ACT wants to work with is the year 17-18, 18-19, and 19-20. Those have been sunshined, and those are the years that we would like to negotiate on or with the district. And again, not feeling comfortable with doing a 6-year proposal. That's unheard of. That's, it's usually done in 2 and 3 year increments. We will be happy when we're done to negotiating those first 3 years, happy to move on and get the next 3 years done. And right away, we're not looking to procrastinate, to put things down the line, push things down the line. We want to get this done. However, we need to get those first 3 years done. And the district team refuses to do that. They insist on we have to do 6 years, and that's where we're at. And a little bit about, and this is where I wanted to share my screen because I wanted you to share see the numbers. So I'll just tell you the numbers. I don't know if that'll be, you'll be able to see that as well, as clearly as if you were able to see them. But this is the proposal that the district team gave us. Last time we said, and it was printed by your team, we said it was disrespectful and offensive. And here's why. Taking myself as an example, I'm at the top of the scale, 96,309, right? That's my base salary. So if we take that along with the $26,295.72 that district pays for benefits on our behalf, a total of $122,604.72. Right? That's what the district pays for us, right? Total compensation. Under the new plan that the district proposed to us, that 6-year proposal, our base salary would be $102,203.88. That is more than $96,000. So yes, it looks like it's a raise, right? It's about $6,000 more.
Mr. Montaño,
However, give me just 10 seconds. I know. 10 seconds, plus the $20,000 for benefits, that's $122,203.88. Well, guess what? That's $400.84 less than I'm making right now in total compensation. That's why it's disrespectful and offensive to us, because I'm getting a pay cut, and so are most of our members. Think about that. Think about that, school board, please. Do the number, do the math. It's very simple. One of your members of your team didn't understand the numbers or chose not to understand or pretended not to understand when I was trying to explain this to him, but it's simple math. $400 less in compensation. That's why it's offensive and disrespectful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Montaño. Janet?
Eddie, do we have others logged in?
Yes, we have Ms. Eva Rosa Rodriguez. I'm going to promote Ms. Eva Rosa as panelist. Ms. Eva Rosa, feel free to unmute yourself and if you wish to turn on your camera. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Eva Rosa Rodriguez. I'm a teacher at Cesar Chavez. I'm a Calexican, born and raised. I live and work here. My son, my nieces and nephews attend Calexico schools. Therefore, I'm very invested in what is best for our community. And that includes hiring and retaining highly qualified teachers. Unfortunately, Calexico Unified School District does not have a competitive salary schedule nor strong incentives for applicants. Therefore, our district is sometimes overlooked by potential certificated educators, or they come to Calexico, get hired, but after a few years, they leave to go to another district here in the Imperial County. There's a popular saying used in conversation or on social media that is only in Calexico. I dislike that saying very much because usually when it's used, it's with negative connotations, but it's true, only in Calexico. For the past 4 years, teachers at nearby school districts have received their well-deserved cost of living adjustments, or COLA. For example, BSD teachers receive 12.5% COLA. CUHSD teachers receive 13.01% COLA. ECESD teachers receive 14.5% COLA. Calexico, CUSD teachers, 0% COLA. Only in Calexico. Only in Calexico does the district propose 0% COLA on the salary schedule for 3 consecutive years. Only in Calexico does the district receive 1.56% COLA for the 17-18 school year and offer 0% to teachers on the salary scale. Only in Calexico does the district receive 3.7% COLA for the 18-19 school year and offer 0% to teachers on the salary scale. Only in Calexico does the district receive 3.26% COLA for the 18-19 school year and offer, and I think you guessed it by now, 0% to teachers on this salary scale. This is happening only in Calexico. That's why that saying exists. Only in Calexico does the district try to paint a picture and release a statement about a supposed 14% raise when we all know that is not the case because over half of it is off the salary schedule. Therefore, it's not a 14% salary increase. And I know my time is almost up. I'm almost finished. Throughout the years, we teachers and my fellow educators, counselors, psychologists, speech pathologists, we receive end of the year letters, monthly highlight emails, welcome back letters from representatives of the districts or the trustees. And usually somewhere in those letters, there's some kind of message saying how you, the district, the board, is grateful for the hard work and dedication that we as teachers and every educator do. But here's another saying, or two more, one in Spanish.
Ms. Rodriguez, can you wrap it up, please?
10 seconds left, 10 seconds. You allotted that for Mr. Montaño, please allow me to finish. 10 seconds. Here's another saying. Las palabras se las lleva el viento. Actions speak louder than words. Teachers deserve a fair and equitable contract. The district needs to show that it values its educators, because only in Calexico does it seem that that is not the case. Thank you for your time. Have a good night.
Thank you, Ms. Rodriguez.
Next, we have Ms. Mayra Hernandez. Ms. Hernandez, I will promote you as a panelist. Feel free to unmute your mic, and if you wish to turn on your camera. Thank you very much.
Hi, good evening. I can be heard?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you. So yes, as you heard my name is Mayra Hernandez, and I'm a teacher at this school district. During my entire career at this district, I have always given my students the best that I have. Our students deserve the best opportunities we can offer them, and every year it becomes harder and harder to do that. With one of the lowest wages in the Imperial Valley, excuse me, we continue to lose great teachers to neighboring districts. Why are we losing them? Because other districts have shown them how much more they are valued there. Is our priority as a school district to save as much money as we can, or to give our students the best we can provide them? What will you tell our students as every year another teacher that has positively impacted their life goes somewhere else? Our goal is work hard, our hardest, and make tomorrow better than today. Can you look in the mirror and say that that is our goal, or sorry, your goal? We ask you to do what is right for your students, teachers, and this community. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mrs. Hernandez.
Next, we have Ms. Monica Hernandez. Ms. Hernandez, feel free to unmute your microphone, and if you wish to turn on your camera. Thank you very much.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
All right, thank you. Good evening, district officials, board members, and community of Calexico. My name is Monica Castillo Hernandez. I am a school counselor at Calexico High School main campus. I service students in 10th through 12th grade, and this is my 6th year in this district. So compared to many of my colleagues, I'm still early in my career. So I have come here today to express my disappointment with the district office regarding negotiations. I'm disappointed that we have not had a negotiated contract since 2017-2018 school year. I am disappointed at the previous offer presented, and I am disappointed that the district office is trying to bulk 6 years into one negotiation. We need to address the last 3 years worth of contracts that are in the past before we can begin to negotiate our current school year and our future contracts. I think we can all agree that a lot has changed over the last couple of years, and negotiating these 6 years in bulk just does not make sense at this time. On a personal note, my husband has been my sounding board over these past years, and he has asked me, Monica, do you want to apply to a different school district? I have seriously considered that question, and at the end, I tell him it's not fair. It's not fair to the students, to the families, to their parents, to the community of Calexico, that faculty and staff have to leave because they feel undervalued, unappreciated, and disrespected. And I will own that. I feel undervalued, unappreciated, and disrespected as a school counselor and educator. It's not fair to students and families that we can't attract or fill positions. They deserve better from this school district. At the end of the day, our heart is in it, which is why we're still here. We want the best for our community. I can genuinely say that I love our students. Calexico is special. I may not know on a super deep level every single student on my caseload. I mean, that ranges from 420 to 450 students. But I do know that each interaction that I have with my students will be with love and kindness. I will be there to educate them and support them. So just like we care for our students, we ask that you care for our faculty and staff that work directly with them, that educate them, that support them on a daily basis. And all I ask is that you please come forward and negotiate in good faith with our union. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Hernandez.
Next, we have Mr. Manuel Martinez. Mr. Martinez, I see that you are connecting from two different devices, so you may hear some feedback. So, but if you can turn off your microphone and if you wish to turn on your camera, thank you very much.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, Mr. Martinez.
Okay, I'm gonna do this in Spanish. Is that okay?
That is fine. Thank you.
Okay. Buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Manuel Martínez. Soy padre de familia. Tengo dos hijos, un niño de 6 años y una niña de 11, los que van a la escuela César Chávez. Como padre de familia y miembro de esta comunidad de Caléxico, primero que nada quiero agradecerles la oportunidad de poder tener un poco de tiempo para poder expresar mi opinión dentro de esta junta. La principal razón de la cual quisiera hablar es para pedirle cuentas a no solo los miembros de la mesa directiva, sino también al Distrito Escolar de Caléxico. Es en verdad una pena ver que nosotros, los padres de familia, que confiamos en el sistema educativo de Caléxico, nos enteremos que maestros estén luchando por un contrato justo que ya es por más de 3 años. Que los maestros, que son los encargados en la gran mayoría del futuro y la educación de nuestros hijos, no se van a tomar el tiempo extra como una forma de presión para que ustedes puedan presentar un contrato digno para ellos y así ellos poder preparar el ciclo que viene, el cual sabemos de antemano que va a ser difícil el poder regresar después de más de un año y no tener clases presenciales. Sé que para la mayoría de los padres de familia es difícil el poder entender o ver cómo un contrato o un aumento de sueldo digno para los maestros sea reflejado en la educación de nuestros hijos. Pero saber que la mayoría de ellos prefieren irse a trabajar a otro distrito de nuestro valle, no solo porque el sueldo sea mayor, sino porque se les da el valor que ellos merecen. El saber que existen posiciones que serán llenadas por suplentes, pues no hay maestros que quieran trabajar en este distrito. El enterarnos que se contraten maestros que ya habían sido despedidos, por la razón que fuera, pues la única opción que tienen al no tener maestros de calidad que quieran trabajar en nuestra ciudad. En verdad, yo siento que es algo vergonzoso. Pues como padres activos de esta comunidad, nosotros pagamos nuestros impuestos y esperamos tener a cambio una educación de calidad y tener la seguridad que nuestros hijos están en un lugar donde su maestro es valorado y está enfocado principalmente en eso, en la educación, y no en que podrían estar en un lugar mejor trabajando. Muchas gracias. Espero que les quede claro que nosotros los padres de familia estamos aquí y poco a poco espero más y más de nuestros padres nos demos cuenta de lo que está pasando. Gracias.
Muchas gracias, Manuel.
We have next Ms. Marianne Martinez. I see that Ms. Marianne has 2 devices also connected, so we may hear some feedback. Ms. Martinez, feel free to unmute your microphone and if you wish to turn on your camera. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Maria Martinez, and I am a student at Cesar Chavez Elementary School. I am 11 years old, and when I grew up, my dream is to be a pediatrician. This past year was one of the hardest years of my schooling because of distance learning. I struggled many days for different reasons. Sometimes my internet was not working. Sometimes because I didn't understand the subject I was learning. And sometimes because I felt alone. But regardless of the reasons, my teacher was there for me. Miss Marquez was always there to help me. She would stay after class to talk to me or tutor me whenever I asked her, and she always did it willingly. Just like Miss Marquez, I can tell you similar stories of all the teachers I've had in my past years. To me, this is normal because that is what teachers do. They give, they care, they encourage, and they motivate me to reach my goals. I know that as boarding members, you are in charge of making many important decisions. Whenever you are sitting in your big chairs behind your big tables, looking at those big reports with many names and numbers, I want you to know that every one of those names is a person just like me, a child that just like me has goals and dreams. The decisions you make can get me closer to achieving my dreams or can pull me away from them. If I was your child, would you not fight for my future? Would you not look so closely at your budget and decide that if I was not worth it? I know I'm not your child, but as that you please see me, remember me when you're sitting in your big chairs behind your big tables, looking at those big reports. Think of how bright my future could be and how much a responsibility you hold in it. My name is Maria Martinez. I am 11 years old. And when I grow up, I hope you give me the chance to reach my goal of becoming a pediatrician. Thank you.
Thank you, Marianne.
Next we have Mr. Raúl Dueñas Gonzalez. Mr. Dueñas Gonzalez, feel free to unmute your mic, and if you wish to turn on your camera. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Hello to everyone. My name is Raúl Dueñas Gonzalez. I am a member of this community. My wife is a teacher. Her name is Terry Collins. She has been serving the children of this district for 25 years. I stand here before you today to share with all of you my outrage when reading the district proposal for salary increases dated July the 1st of 2021. The aforementioned document states in bold black letters a supposedly 14% salary increase to teachers. The percentage is wrong, as it mixes both the percentages of the one-time payments with the actual salary increases, which are roughly only 6%. Those are two different categories and cannot be added together, just like apples cannot be added with oranges. After further consideration, I thought, why would somebody at the district negotiation team make such a careless mistake? It was logical for me to believe that whoever prepared the document either lacks basic mathematics skills or is purposely misleading the readers by presenting that percentage in a very deceiving and ambiguous way, attempting to con our community into believing this erroneous information at first sight. Just by looking at the header with black, bold letters, anybody might say, wow, an awesome increase of 14%. Why are teachers not accepting that offer? But those are two different categories. I simply don't understand why something would that be happening. It was outrageous for me. Moreover, I realized that the teachers in our community had not had a salary increase in 4 years. Even though the cost of living is continually increasing, teacher salaries are not getting any increase at all. So they are making less every year. Respectfully, board members, I urge you to answer this question. Why are teachers insulted with this bogus offer? Why do they need to be pleading at every board meeting and picketing, withstanding extremely high temperatures, for something that is rightfully theirs? Just like the teachers in our community, I am also a member of a union. I'm an electrician apprentice in a 5-year program. And let me tell you this, since day one in that apprenticeship, I've had full health, vision, and dental insurance. And I knew, just like any other apprentice, the terms of my employment contract stipulating how many increases and the related percentage were going to be for the duration of the program. That is set by our union and the Association of Contractors based in a periodic contract. Why can you not do that for our teachers? How is it possible that the teachers in our community, the ones entrusted to educate the children of our community, are not respected enough to receive what is rightfully theirs and what they deserve as educated professionals? But instead, you are wanting to decrease their salary by capping their health benefits, in addition to not providing them with the cost of living salary increase. As elected members of this board, it is your job to ensure that the children of our district receive the best possible education.
Mr. Dueñas,
However,
if you would please wrap it up.
yeah, just a few seconds more, please. However, by undermining the value of the teachers in Calexico and refusing to grant teachers a fair contract, you are directly adversely affecting our children's education. I want you to appeal to your sense of integrity and ask you to continue your actions, accept your responsibility, take a stand for what is right, and do what is best for our children. Thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you, Mr. Dueñas.
That's all the comments we have remotely. Thank you.
Janet, so now these. Okay, so next one. Okay, guys, that's it. That's it? Yeah. Public comments. Sonia Redona.
Good evening, everybody. Sonia Redona, CSCA President for Chapter 399, which is Calexico. I'm very proud of it. You probably know that the ratification fell, 3 MOUs that we had up for ratification, which was the reopening, the minimum wage, and the PERP hearing. Our members voted it down, okay? So since then we started negotiations on this. I told the negotiating team of the district we're only going to negotiate one item. What do you think all those 3 items went down? Because you brought it to us and we took it to the members, okay? So then later they said, okay, they bring there's stuff that hasn't been done. The SB 86 of the IAs, there's a lot of money that came in. We had 1 meeting. School's already starting. The money's to hire more instructional for the aides, instructional aides. The professional growth, it's been 2 years, members have been asking me. The uniforms, same thing, 2 years. Campus proctors, 3 years. They all, the campus proctor, because when I did close the contract, we added the campus proctor. Ya no caben en los suits. They need the, uniforms. Okay. So then I said, wait a minute, I'm here over 8 months and they're throwing everything, okay? I want to thank Mr. Daniel Ocampo for letting us the room at the warehouse and had meetings with our members, which was very productive, and I want to thank him. Also, the district right now is offering overtime. They're calling the members to come in before the contract date. They need help. The district needs help in registering the students at all schools. They're calling me, why are we doing this? This is not my job description. But you know what? Our members are faithful and they're to help. Okay? And they did that when the COVID also. And they're essential. And they're also heroes. Okay? The only thing lacking from your side is the agreement of reopening school. It's opening. We don't have one for our members. It's ready. You know what it needs? $1 sign. How much do you think our members in the front line since day one? They're there. District needs them now, they're there again. I'm ready to sign it tomorrow. Let's go. What are you waiting? I'm not going to do nothing else but the reopen. The rest of the stuff is going to be on hold. And I think my members deserve it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Redona. Next on the list is Pat Bristol.
Good evening, board members and all the ACT members and CSCA members and Chapter 399 and all parents. I'm here to talk about our negotiations and I represent the leadership. I'm a negotiator for Chapter 399. I'm here to talk about all these presentations that we have that are given by our assistant superintendents. We hired new assistant superintendents to come and do a better job for our district. Apparently, that is not what we're finding out. We meet on Zoom all summer. We trying to work with them, and all the time that we listen, we always tell them we have to take it back to our members. We don't negotiate anything without our membership. Also, I don't like when some of the assistant superintendent negotiators are in our team and we have lawyers, as I've spoke with this before. Why are we wasting money on a negotiating lawyer that sits in a presentation for 2 hours that we had yesterday with his camera off, earning $300 an hour and just being there listening with a mute? What? Why do you need a lawyer in a presentation? Don't we have qualified HR leadership, your lead negotiator, to do the job? Why do we always have to have legal there? We've always came to an agreement. We also are not happy with another business superintendent. He gives us misinformation that we have to implement this. They bring us a presentation. I'm being pressured by the board.
Pat, you said, did the lawyer have the camera off?
Yes,
And
the
he was
camera off.
And he was muted?
He was muted, okay? And paying that, what is that? What is that? What kind of respect does the leadership of negotiating team have? Okay? Also, I was going back to the business department. The money. There's nothing in the budget report allocated for CSCA. Nothing there. We have millions of dollars that came in from the state. We have a lot of Rescue Act. We have $20 million that came in. And the members, the essential workers, they've got paid $0. All the other neighboring districts have gotten money. All of them. They've got a bonus because they're appreciated, because they're classified, because they're the front bone of the schools are running. The schools have never stopped running. In summer, I worked all summer because they couldn't have staff. I went in to do it. I did it for the students because the students needed somebody there in health, special ed students. I only had 2 weeks of vacation. I never worked summer school, but I did it for the students. Also, I don't appreciate when we are misinformed and when people from other places come here and give us and treat us without respect. That's all I have to say. I hope you make a good decision and we get our monies and we get a report on the monies that are allocated for our district. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bristol.
President Calderon, we have another member remotely connected. If we may bring it up, we have Ms. Mariela de la Fuente. Ms. de la Fuente, you are not a panelist. Feel free to unmute your mic and turn on your camera if you wish to. Thank you.
Hello, you can hear me?
Loud and clear.
Thank you. So good afternoon. My name is Mariela de la Fuente, and I am a teacher at Enrique Camarena Junior High. I teach math and AVID, and this will be my 15th year with our district. I was born and raised in Calexico. I've had the pleasure to work with some of you here. Some of you might not know me, but even though I left to San Diego to obtain my bachelor's degree and teaching credential, all the while I was there, I knew that I wanted to come back to my hometown to give back and positively influence our youth. Once I started teaching, I quickly realized that it wasn't really what I had studied. They don't tell you a lot of things. And being a teacher is not an easy job. It entails a great deal of commitment, many hours of planning, grading, reaching out to parents, and building relationships. But through it all, I have been a great teacher for my students. Many things I do are well beyond my duties and responsibilities, well beyond our contractual hours, well beyond what is expected. But I never doubt, because I know my students are the ones to benefit from it, and that is all that matters. Today I stand before you deeply disappointed due to your blunt disrespect to the lack of care and value you give to our profession. You keep wanting to see us as greedy people. You see us as asking for way too much, when all we ask for the minimum we deserve, for treatment, for a pay that is a bit more comparable to our profession's duties and responsibilities. I am not a greedy teacher. I am a committed professional. I am competent and knowledgeable. I strive to positively influence my students and encourage them to seek their fullest potential. Why is it so hard to give us what is ours, to demonstrate that you see our value? But what truly blows me away is the lack of responsibility to the part you play in our children's education. By you denying us a fair treatment, you are denying our Calexico students quality educators. You are denying our children from after-school programs, from enrichment and intervention, which this year more than ever, our students need. You are saying that it's okay for our students to be sitting in classrooms with a substitute because there is no qualified teachers applying for our vacancies. You would rather hire teachers that have previously been let go than to approve a proposal to attract motivated and quality educators. I truly hope you reevaluate your decisions and take responsibility for your actions. And just so you know, I am not a greedy teacher, but unfortunately for you, I do happen to know my value, and I do know the influence I exert in the lives of my students. I am not a greedy teacher. I am a passionate and committed professional. I just hope that you are one too. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. De La Fuente. Okay. Next in our list will be Soledad Cañas.
Muy buenas tardes. Ya saben que Soledad Cáñez pues les habla español. Voy a ser muy práctica y muy rápida porque creo que necesitamos un poquito de respeto, lo que somos como trabajadores del distrito. Mi pregunta siempre ha sido como negociadora. Yo tengo poquito tiempo de ser negociadora. Bueno, un poquito no, 5 años ayudando en esto. Y siempre nuestra pregunta ha sido, ¿por qué se tiene que contratar un abogado? Yo creo que ustedes como mesa directiva y el distrito son capaces de resolver cualquier situación que se les ponga enfrente. Un abogado, para mi gusto, pues cobra demasiado y se alarga demasiado para seguir cobrando demasiado. Entonces es una cadena como que una bola de nieve que no se va a acabar nunca. ¿Por qué tenemos que negociar un salario? Si es un derecho que tenemos, ¿por qué tenemos que estar negociando un estímulo que se nos dio a todos los que somos esenciales en todos los distritos? Tengo entendido que otros distritos ya les pagaron su bono de ser esenciales. Ustedes saben que si ustedes nos dicen hay que trabajar 24 horas, le entramos y trabajamos 24 horas como clasificados, como maestros. Yo creo que merecemos mucho respeto, no poquito, mucho respeto. Y yo creo que si nos unimos a trabajar, las cosas salen mejor. Basta ya de que digan que Calexico es el patito feo, basta de que digan que porque Calexico tiene aseguranza del 100%, pues no se le va a subir el salario porque pues tienen aseguranza del 100%. Entonces yo digo que si le ponemos ganas todos juntos, nos agarramos de las manos y pues corremos al abogado, no te crean. Y todo va a estar bien. Muchísimas gracias, Dios me los bendiga y esperamos seguir negociando. Bye.
Gracias, Soledad. Elizabeth Palacios, please.
Good evening, everyone. I am Elizabeth Palacios, a math teacher at Calexico High School 9th grade campus and a class of '07 Calexico High School alumni. The district allowed me to join the teachers team 8 years ago, and I am grateful for that. Here, I have met great mentor educators who have taught me that a great teacher never stops learning and inspires students to exploit their potential. My math team and I are working hard to show students that they all can learn math with a growth mindset by setting goals and working towards them. I am passionate about teaching, mentoring new teachers, and I love my students. I want to share one of the many positive feedback I received from my students this year. Mrs. Palacios, thank you for pushing us to be the best and letting us be better. I couldn't have asked for a better teacher to start high school. Know that we appreciate everything you have done for us and helped us with. I always say I am the teacher I want my daughters to have. 2 years ago, 2 of my colleagues and I decided to pursue a master's degree in mathematics education to be better teachers for our students. It was not easy, but today you have 3 young math teachers with a master's degree in mathematics education who have been implementing everything they've learned into their teaching. And we are in debt with student loans. If it were just for the money, I would have left this district many years ago. But no, I am still here, giving our amazing students the best of me and making a difference. Yet, it is not fair that our salary is way lower than the salary of other teachers in the area with the same qualifications. Today, I would have been earning $15,000 more per year in another district from the area. And this is not close to what the district is offering us in the proposal. I also have to look out for my family, pay bills, and student loans. These are the reasons why I have considered leaving the district. I am not a resident of Calexico. The only things that keep me here are the great people I work with and our beautiful students. There are many other young teachers in the same situation as I am. Don't push us away. Please, do a better financial administration and give us decent pay. If other districts in the area can do it, so can Calexico Unified School District. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mrs. Palacios. Next on the list would be Perla Vega.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Perla Vega, and I am a math teacher at Calexico High School. This year, along with 2 other math teachers, I received my master's degree in mathematics education. Throughout my entire education, I've learned about teaching, but I would say I learned much more about this community in my recent studies than in the 4 years that I've been working here. We were asked to study the demographics of not only our school, but also the entire city, and it was eye-opening. I am proud to say that I feel more than prepared to help our students overcome many obstacles that they face throughout their high school years. It is with great sadness that I also share with you my dissatisfaction with the pay in this district. I have a mortgage, student loans, daycare, and other bare necessities to cover, and other districts would be supporting me and my family with about $15,000 more per year. Yet, I have decided to stay here this far, not for the pay, but for the love and affection I feel towards this community. I truly feel a connection. According to Statista Research Department, a report published as of April of this year states, considering the annual inflation rate with the United States in recent years, a 2.25% inflation rate is a very moderate projection. This means that the cost of living on average continues to go up every year at a 2.25 rate. Yet, it has been 4 years since we have received an increase in pay. The minimum wage in California has increased every year, and it is also during this time that my daycare monthly fee has increased twice, and still the same pay. Please, board, as you negotiate with teachers and the certified staff, I urge you to consider the love that educators have towards their career and value their efforts and their struggles throughout these years. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Vega. Esther Sanchez Banda, please.
Good evening, Board, Superintendent Gonzalez. My name is Esther Banda, and I am the president for Chapter 534, Brawley Union High School. And I'm here to speak in support of your classified members. I believe back in March of 2020, your classified members were declared essential. And since then, they have been working nonstop since day one, just like we have been in another district. They have come directly to feed the children. They have come directly to deal with the public when everyone else was at home. Classified deserve an MOU. Let me give you a little bit of our district as where we are with the CARES Act. Monies that was solely allocated for those workers. At Brawley Union High School, we have successfully agreed on an MOU in regards with the CARES Act of $2,200 for each classified employee in that school district. An additional $2,000 for the classified staff that clean, disinfect your classrooms, and make sure that everybody enters this district as safely as they can. Now, if I'm correct, I also sit at the Brawley Elementary School District Board. And with those classified, we have also concluded an MOU that they have requested on a monetary stipend. They were awarded what they asked for. No ands, ifs, or buts. We gave them exactly what they asked for. Wasn't as much as what Brawley Union High School got, but they got money from the CARES Act. Now, federal funding, you have ESSER 1, Title I funding, Title II funding, and Title III fundings. Monies for the extended learning grant monies that are specific to your paraeducators. 5% of that money that was allocated to you guys or awarded to you guys by a grant should have already been dispersed to some of your paraeducators here. And as of yet, they have not received one penny. I support them. They deserve it. And as a board member, just like you, we have we have tough decisions to make. I sit in those seats for the Brawley Elementary. It's a no-brainer. It's not hard and difficult to make a decision when it comes to the CARES Act, something that they had no control over. I am here tonight to support that you at least consider coming to an agreement, even a reopening plan agreement, something that the Brawley High School will do with us tomorrow. Do the right thing and work with your members of CSCA. They are essential and they have been here since day one. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanchez Banda. Next on the list will be Alfredo Alvarez.
Hello, Governing Board. I thank you for holding this this board meeting. When I initially came over here today on the drive here, I'm from San Diego. I was thinking about talking about respect, but I was really moved by the Pledge of Allegiance of all things. And so now I want to talk about justice. I've recently been assigned the Calexico chapter 399. I wanted to learn a little bit more about this community. I've learned that there's a lot of injustice in this community, not just in education, but also environmentally. When it comes to educational injustice, I want to be specific about our contract negotiations and also Assembly Bill 86. Assembly Bill 86 is legislation that is supposed to help with the mitigation of learning loss. In particular, it's supposed to have 10% of these funds, which I believe is about $750,000, that's supposed to go toward paraeducators, instructional assistants for the mitigation of learning loss. Unfortunately, we don't know where that's going to happen as of now. We had 2 meetings that were scheduled and that were canceled. The first one, we were told that there was an emergency. I understand emergencies, especially during these times. So CSCA said, okay. And then I wanted to confirm a meeting that was supposed to take place yesterday. I actually emailed twice. And then I came to learn that Dr. Thurman had actually admitted that he read my email, but didn't communicate to me that we weren't going to be able to meet. And I found that to be wrong because I had come from San Diego to have that meeting on behalf of my membership. We still don't have a meeting on calendar, and so I'm concerned about the children in this community who deserve small classroom instruction, who deserve to have these small group sessions so they can learn and we can try to recover from the learning loss. In addition to that, the collective bargaining agreement negotiations haven't been well. It's our sense that the district currently wants to negotiate out the health and welfare benefits that our members currently have. And we think that's wrong because we'd like this district to attempt to attract and retain quality employees. And so I want to return back to this idea of justice, and that many of the employees here suffer environmental injustice with the air, with the water, yet they want to be here, they want to work here. They care about the students in this community. And so it's not within this board's power to do much about the environment. That's not the task and the scope of your duties. But when it comes to education, it is your task and goals to serve the students. And so we hope that there could be some improvement with negotiations, and we can hope that there would be some future meetings where we can talk about having fair and equitable salary increases for the employees of this community. Most of them live here, not just work here, but they live here. And so we want the district to focus on retention and attracting new qualified employees for the school district. Thank you, board.
Thank you, Mr. Alvarez. Next, Miguel Juarez. Juarez?
Good afternoon. My name is Miguel Juarez, and I'm the negotiator for the custodians. And I just wanted to share that we have been working through the whole pandemic. We only had 2 or 3 weeks off, and they call us essential workers, but I feel that we haven't been treated like essential workers. We haven't received any type of COVID relief, and upon negotiations, I'm also disappointed because we haven't been able to negotiate any MOUs. We're trying to get the COVID MOU, the return back to work MOU, and they want to throw out 3 of them at us at the same time. And like Sonia said, that we cannot negotiate 3 at the same time. The union would not ratify that. We were trying to focus on just one MOU at a time, and we feel that we haven't been treated fairly, and we feel that we should get more respect out of, for the members, because we're getting offered what the teachers are getting offered, and like how the ACT was saying, that we feel like it's a form of disrespect, and I just hope that hopefully the board does the right thing and help its members out. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Juarez. Híjoles. Javier Rocha? Janet. Javier Rodriguez, I'm sorry.
I can't write.
I apologize for that.
That's
I got
okay.
the Javier right, though.
No, nobody knows. Nobody can ever read my writing, so it's fine. It's okay.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Javier Rodriguez. I'm a teacher at Calexico High School. I'm also a parent of an incoming freshman. A lot of what I wanted to say today has actually already been said. So I've spent a lot of this meeting listening to what everybody has to say and just being utterly impressed by so many great things, so many things that needed to be said, that so many members want to say but don't always feel like they can. So I'll instead focus on some of the other things that I think probably segue from those things that have been said. I don't know everybody up here personally, but I know some of you. I've worked with a lot of you. I've known your children because I've taught your children. And I know from those experiences, we all want the same thing. We all want what's best for this community. So why isn't that happening? Why are words so easy to say, but actions are so hard? And that's what it really comes down to here. It's easy to say we support the teachers. It's easy to say we support the students. It's easy to say we support the community. But when it comes down to it, when it comes down to actually showing and not just saying those things, can you back it up? There's an old saying that says, we do not plant a tree to enjoy it in our generation. We just don't. We do it for the future, and one of the great things about that is that speaks to our legacy. Everybody in this room right now is going to be remembered for something. It's going to be remembered for the good and the bad that we did. Every single day we are given an opportunity to do the right thing. We all know what the right thing is. We all know what you guys are saying to us. And as you've heard from so many, we don't agree with any of that. When you do the simple math, it does not work. And as a result, we lose quality teachers, what seems to be every single year. Teachers that have probably taught your children or the children of your friends. People that have made a difference in this community. We need to stop saying the right thing. We need to start doing the right thing. I've worked with so many of you, and it's become clear over these years that we all want the same thing. Let's do it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. Next on our list is Arturo Medina.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Arturo Medina. I teach at Aurora High School, and I've been teaching in this district for quite a few years. I have a simple message for all of you, for the board members, as well as for the administration. Plant rice, and you will reap once. Plant a tree, and you will harvest 10 times. Teach people, and you will harvest 1,000 times. Don't forget the important role teachers of this district play in the lives of the students of this community. Treat them with respect and dignity by concluding a just and fair contract. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Medina. And last but not least, Jose Garcia.
Good afternoon. I'm here as a parent and also as a teacher. I do not work for the district of Calexico, but many of my relatives and friends do work here. As a parent, I would hate for the schools to go into strike. My son's going to be a senior, and he's very hopeful to be able to go back and play football. He's looking very forward to his last year in Calexico High School. As a former Bulldog myself, so am I. As a teacher, we ourselves have gone through negotiations. We just recently settled for 5%. Next year, we'll get 2% or COLA, whichever is higher. As of this year, our negotiation team has probably negotiated at least a 30% raise for us, and I do appreciate that from them. So I wish that this comes to an end very quickly, because I'm going to tell you, happy teachers are happy employees. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia. And we're not former Bulldogs, we're all Bulldogs. Okay? Okay, is that it? No more comment, Janet, no more comments? Okay. So that was B, public comments, closed session items only. Announcement, item C, announcement to convening into closed session. Amy? Say what? Okay, an announcement, we'll be back. We're gonna deal with items D1, D2, and D3, and we'll be back, and we'll let the public know when we're gonna be back. Thank you.